Hello there everyone and welcome. So I found myself in a pretty interesting situation and I just wanted to relay that story to you. So I got a claim on a piece of music that apparently I wasn't supposed to use for one of my really old machinima videos for Fall of the Samurai called, I think it was Fall of the Samurai uh, traditional army versus modern army versus traditional army, something like that. It's 6 minute machinima, where I, quickly go through, kind of play out a battle in a more cinematic way, and that's about it. And I was claimed for this for a music piece. Now, I wasn't that surprised that one of my older videos contained a music piece I wasn't allowed to use because I wasn't as careful back then as I am now. However, and also the thing is, it doesn't matter that much when you get claimed like that because usually the owner of the music just makes sure that they get the revenue. I've never had anyone actually pull the video or anything like that or remove the piece of music or anything like that because, well, I don't use any pop stars or anything like that. But sometimes they go ahead and claim it, and mostly it's just to get the cash out of it. Now, so I wasn't really concerned about this at all because, well, I wasn't making any money of that because no one's really watching that anymore. And only reason that I really clicked on it was that I want to get rid of the notification in my studio bar, in my YouTube studio bar. And when I clicked on it, I noticed something funny because I remember this one because it's one of my first machinimas that I ever made, and I remember that I used only music from Shogun to Fall of the Samurai, which shouldn't really be claimed. And so I was surprised to see that the music piece that reportedly I had used was called Night Girl by Linda Wong, which certainly does not sound like a piece of music that I would use in this. And neither did I. The music piece in question is called The Inevitable. It's composed by Jeff Van Dyke, probably my favorite Total War composer. Now, I don't think he's done anything for the recent ones, but just for a reference here, Jeff Van Dyke did Shogun 2, but he also did the music for Rome 2, not Rome 2, Rome 1. And I certainly liked Rome 1, and part of that was the great score that went to it. So I was quite surprised. It must be some mistake. So I quickly just put Linda Wong Night Girl into YouTube, and what I found was that it was some sort of Chinese spam factory that had taken Inevitable. They had uploaded it, I think it was 31st of March, put it into an album by some Linda Wong. Actually, the title of the channel that this was posted on was called Linda Wong Topic, which is rather odd. It seemed very sort of spammy because when I clicked on it as well, it said, oh, maybe they show a few other similar ones, and they were all called like Wong, Wong, Topic, and so on. So I'm pretty sure it's just a way of scamming creators on YouTube by taking these little more obscure pieces of music that no one is claiming on YouTube, claiming them as your own. YouTube doesn't give a shit apparently on you verifying that you actually own the piece before making claims on it. So I thought that was pretty interesting because they blatantly just took it. And in the case of the piece that I used, they hadn't even bothered to replace the name. It was called The Inevitable. A few other pieces they had renamed. But I'm wondering if there was an artist called Linda Wong, some Asian woman, I wonder if she would make a piece or one of her music titles for one of her songs would be called Uncle Samurai, which was which, if you know, it's one of my favorite from Shogun to Fall of the Samurai, Uncle Samurai, which is a really nice piece, and just blatantly just took that. So I thought that was interesting. Also, while I have you here, I'm kind of moving on, upgrading or going later in my World War One German impression, and going more towards late war. So I've bought these low boots. Gonna go ahead and turn them black. Hopefully they dye. The color will turn up before the end of this week. And with that, I also got a pair of puttees to go with that. I've been looking at helmets, but I wasn't sure what kind of size I was going to go with, because what I saw was that the shell size 68 would be the one that accommodates a 60 centimeter head, but only about I think I read somewhere that of all the helmets made, original ones made, only like 3% were 68 in size. But it seems as though a 66 might work as well. So I'm gonna try that. But I was a bit like on the edge there if I was gonna spend at least like $300 on a helmet I wouldn't be able to wear. Because, I mean, I could get a reproduction, but the thing is, all these Stitch Nazis always say that you should get original stuff and so on. So we'll see. Rambling on here in the end, but I thought it was pretty interesting that this Linda Wong story, so I decided to share it with you. And I realized that I'm god awfully pale to the point where I probably look like I've got the corona, which I don't. But anyways, I'll probably be able to solve this by pointing out to YouTube that it's a bloody scam. And hopefully you have a good rest of your day. And so, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.